Hello mga kamaniwise! Welcome back to my channel. In this video, pag-usapan natin ang bagong global feeder fund ng Atram na gaining attention recently because it combines two things: exposure to Nasdaq companies while also aiming to provide monthly dividend income. Interesting ito especially for investors looking to diversify globally pero walang account sa foreign broker. So ano nga ba itong Atram Nasdaq Equity Income Feeder Fund? This is a feeder fund that invests at least 90% of its assets into a target fund. At ang target fund niya is JP Morgan Nasdaq Equity Premium Income Active UCITS ETF, Irish domiciled version of JEPQ. Ang launch date ay noong January 29, 2026. So bago pa lang ang fund na ito, 4 months pa lang siya. This fund gives investors exposure to Nasdaq companies while also aiming to generate monthly income through a covered call strategy. The target fund earns income by selling call options and collecting option premiums. Before I continue, quick shoutout muna sa bagong YouTube channel members ko, kay Eliza Faye Laksina and KM. Maraming salamat for joining as channel members and supporting my YouTube channel. I really appreciate your support. Okay, so let's continue. Ano ang difference ng fund na ito versus traditional growth fund? Traditional equity funds usually make money when stock prices go higher. But during periods of market uncertainty, stock prices can become volatile. This Atram fund is different because aside from potential price appreciation, it also generates income through a covered call strategy. The fund earns option premiums from market volatility, which can help provide monthly cash flow. The target fund has historically generated around 9 to 11% annualized yield at ang distribution niya ay monthly. Kaya lang investors should also consider taxes and fees which can reduce actual returns. Ang advantage ng target fund na Irish domiciled ETF ay it has lower withholding tax sa dividend. According to JP Morgan Asset Management, covered call strategies have become more popular globally because many investors are no longer choosing between growth or income. Many investors now want both, and this fund tries to combine both growth exposure through Nasdaq companies and recurring income through option premiums. Ang goal ng fund na ito is to provide a smoother investing experience. Pero importante rin na maintindihan na may trade-off ang strategy na ito. Since the fund generates income by selling call options, possible na hindi niya ma-fully capture ang gains during very strong bull markets or strong market rallies. So, in exchange for potentially more stable cash flow and monthly income, pwedeng mas limited ang upside potential compared to a pure Nasdaq growth ETF like QQQ. Pero hindi ibig sabihin na one is better than the other kasi magkaiba sila ng purpose depending on your investing goals. The fund encourages retail investors to remain invested through full market cycles instead of panic selling during temporary market downturns. This fund is suitable for investors who have an aggressive risk profile. Para dito sa mga investors na hindi takot sa market volatility and risk of an equity fund and are seeking to invest in US equity securities. Next, tignan naman natin ang top 10 holdings ng target fund. The top 10 holdings make up around 48.9% of the target fund's total portfolio. Ang top holding niya is Nvidia at 9%, followed by Apple at 7.8%, Alphabet at 6.2%, Microsoft at 5.9%, and other giant tech and tech-related companies. Ang largest allocation ng target fund is still information technology at around 49.8% of the fund's portfolio. The second largest sector is communication services at 14.7%. Then we have consumer discretionary at 12.7%. While the fund is tech-heavy, hindi lang siya pure technology exposure. Meron din siyang allocation sa other sectors like consumer staples, healthcare, industrials, utilities, materials, financials, and others, which make up the remaining 20% of the target fund's total portfolio. Para saan bagay ang fund na ito? Pwede ito sa retail investors who want exposure to Nasdaq companies, who like the idea of monthly dividend income, investors who prefer a more passive investing approach, or investors who want to diversify outside the Philippine market but prefer a simpler way to invest without opening an account with a foreign broker. Remember, this is still Nasdaq 100 exposure because the fund is exposed to US equities, especially technology, tech-related, and growth-oriented companies. Expect volatility sa NAV po ng fund. So the value of your investments may move up or down. It may also be affected by foreign exchange movements, market sentiment, and the performance of the underlying ETF. And importante ring tandaan na monthly distribution amounts are not fixed. Pwedeng mag-iba-iba ang dividend amount depending on market conditions and the income generated by the covered call strategy. Since bago pa lang ang fund na ito, limited pa lang yung available distribution history. Based on the available data as of the making of this video, the fund had distributions for February and March 2026. Wala pa yung data ng April and May. For March 2026, ang annualized distribution yield was 7.2%. Then for February 2026, it was 5.53%. So, mas mababa noong February. Take note, ang annualized distribution yield does not mean guaranteed yearly return. Estimate lang siya based on the current distribution level at that time. Magkaiba ang payout amount. That's because the income generated by the covered call strategy can vary depending on market conditions and volatility. So, kapag mas volatile ang market, possible na mas mataas ang option premiums. Kapag less volatile naman, possible na mas mababa rin ang distribution yield. Available pa lang itong fund na ito sa Atram Prime and RampVer Financial. Sa RampVer, based on current information, dividends are auto-reinvested. May official news na rin na this fund will become available on GCash GFunds by the second half of 2026. Wala pang official news if magiging available ito sa mga brokers. Maybe sa first Metrosec around late this year. Tignan na lang natin. Wala akong account sa RampVer Financial so I cannot comment on their platform or provide a review of their user experience. Dito ako sa Atram Prime nag-open ng account. Atram Prime is the digital investment platform of Atram Trust Corporation. Hindi siya stockbroker. Ang minimum requirement to invest sa Atram Prime is 100,000 pesos. To sign up for an account, tap mo lang itong sign up. And then read the data privacy statement. Then tap agree and continue. Then input mo lang all the required personal information. Mabilis lang na-approve ang application ko, kaya lang nahirapan ako sa selfie. Ayaw tanggapin ng system, laging rejected. And I almost gave up pero yung last attempt ko, finally tinanggap din. Kaya itinuloy ko na ang pag-register kasi ayaw ko namang masayang yung effort na ginawa ko. Sa pag-deposit ng fund, merong dalawang options. Bank transfer via InstaPay or PesoNet or online bills payment. Hindi gumagana ang direct deposit via Union Bank kasi may issue pa rin yata ang UPay. Nag-improve na rin ang funding ng Atram Prime. Yung first deposit ko via InstaPay ay inabot ng 4 days. Pero yung second deposit ko via PesoNet, kinabukasan pumasok na siya sa Atram Prime account ko. Bumilis na. Nakalagay din dito that deposit transactions will be processed and credited within 1 to 2 banking days from your confirmed deposit. Nag-improve na siya compared before na inaabot daw ng 1 week based sa feedback ng mga dati pang Atram Prime users. And may nagsabi rin na mabilis daw mag-deposit gamit ang BDO Pay. Pag bills payment naman via BPI, BDO, or Metrobank online bills payments. Simple lang ang user interface ng Atram Prime. Nandito yung portfolio tab where you can monitor your investments. pending pa rin ang buy order ko sa ngayon. Sa Invest tab, dito mo makikita ang iba't ibang ATRAM funds. Meron ding government securities like fixed rate treasury notes and retail treasury bonds or RTBs. Meron din silang knowledge hub for investors who want to keep updated on market trends, market news, and investing insights. Overall, interesting itong bagong fund na ito because it gives Filipino investors another way to gain exposure to global companies while also earning potentially higher monthly dividend income. As always, this video is for educational purposes only, hindi ito financial advice. Make sure to do your own research and invest based on your risk tolerance and investment goals. So anong masasabi mo sa fund na ito? Interested ka bang mag-invest sa fund na ito? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.